Welcome to the CV19 Cadillac class. Okay, hopefully now you've set your bands up and we're ready to go. I do have a modification here because this is going to require you to sit on the floor crisscross applesauce style. If that's too much for you, you can do it standing, but you'll need to take a band and put it on the top here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is you're going to sit down with your back against the door. We're going to take your light loop that you have locked in the door jamb. Okay, you're going to sit straight up, hips touching, shoulders touching, and your head touching. Now make sure you don't grab the one that you have looped because it'll just pull right through. Okay, arms are going to be straight up over your head. The more you grip up, the closer to the door you grip, the way harder it's going to be. So if you don't have it, you don't want it, you want to make this easier, then grab farther out, okay? So you're going to hold it here, shoulders back and down, they are solid, head is touching, lengthen through the back of the neck. You're going to exhale, compress your abs, and just like you're going to push your ribs into the door, and release. Exhale. Release. The band adds tension. 3. Slowly release. Again, you are going to control the band. The band is not going to control you. And 5. Now, if you do have your band the other way in the door, the way I told you, the other way I told you about the door, if you're on the outside of the door, you're not going to be able to lean up against it. Okay? Maybe you are. I'm sure you can get creative. Tiny pulses. 1, 2. Compress your abs. 4. Push the rib cage into the wall, making sure you're compressing your abdominals, pulling the rib cage closer to the pelvis. Last time, and release. Okay, now we're going to do the opposite. So you're going to turn around, face your band. Okay. Sitting straight up, making sure not to arch. Again, the higher you grab, the more the tension. Okay, so you're going to take up both hands, try to interlace your fingers and get them even. You're going to inhale, lift the chest to the ceiling, pull the band down right to your heart. Exhale, pull the tummy in, go back to neutral. Inhale and lift. Now you should never feel your head on the back of your neck. Release, pull the tummy in tight, lift the chest away from the pelvis. Exhale, pull the tummy in back to neutral. Here's 4. Take a big inhale. Exhale and out. Let's go for 5. Exhale and out. And 6. Total of 8. And a 7. Last time, and 8. Exhale and down. You're going to stay seated. Again, if you need to modify this, you can do this standing, okay? Sitting back on the sits bone, so you don't want to arch here, and you want your shoulders to be slightly behind your band, okay? You don't want to take a big grip on this, all right? If it's uncomfortable for you to sit this way, get in a position that is comfortable for you, okay? I take the loop on this one and scoot out to where you have some tension, and you're simply going to come over. Hold it, rotate the rib cage to the floor, come back to the side, and release. Again, come over. Rotate to the floor, come back to the side, and come up. Again, Little Mermaid. And come up. Last time. To the floor and up. We're going to go to the other side. Try to stay in the same place so that you don't get more tension on one side than you do on the other. Okay? Taking an inhale, come over to the side, hold, exhale down to the floor, back to the side, and up. If you notice, I'm not getting a lot of movement. I'm just adding tension so they can get a nice stretch. And come on down. All right, we're going to come to standing. Now, for those of you who door opens towards you, you can put your heel right at the edge of the door. Okay? It doesn't really make any difference if your band is even, okay? But you do want to take an even grip, okay? So, you're going to lean forward. I'm going to go into the back of my toe, and the heel is going to be up against the door. All of our weight is going to be on the front foot. Tuck your tailbone, shoulders back and down. Taking an inhale, ribs are aligned with the pelvis. Exhale, punch forward. 1. Bring it back in. And 2. And bring it in. And 3. Make sure you're not jerking your arms back. 4. And 5. And up. Compress the abs each time. And 8. 2 more, and 10. Now, what we're going to do is this is going to be very side specific, okay? I have my left foot in front. You may have your right. That's fine. You're going to do both sides anyway. Drop whatever foot is in back, that's the side you're going to drop, okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to do single arm, punch straight out. Your job is to not move the torso. You are isometrically working those obliques. Keep the tailbone tucked, rib cage in. 5 and 6. Now this is when we have difficulty with. Press out, rotate away to push the arm further out, unrotate, bring the arm in. Press out, rotate, unrotate, bring it in. 4 more, out. Rotate. Now, can you smooth it out? Press it out. Do not cross the midline. That's a different exercise. Bring it back in. We're going to change sides. I think I did 5 on that. All right. Again, get into your stance. Okay. And press out 1. And in. 2. And in. You might need to wrap your thumb. 3. And in. 4. And in. Breathe out. 5. In. And a 6. Now press out. Rotate away. Unrotate. Pull the arm in. Press out. Rotate. Unrotate. Bring it back in. Press out. Rotate. Unrotate. Bring it in. 3 more times. Try to smooth that out. What you're hearing is the door. And the last one, bring it back in. Okay, make sure your door's secure. Mine is, okay. All right. You're gonna stand directly up to the door, heels against the door. Arms are gonna be to the outside. You're gonna lean slightly away from the door, and you're gonna tuck the tailbone, keep the ribs in, shoulders back and down, chin up. Elbows are gonna round up to the ceiling. You can kind of feel like a Hulk or a hawk, okay? You're gonna lean slightly away from the door again, and you're gonna exhale. Bring your arms together. It's called hug a tree. I don't know why the tree is so small, but and up. Exhale. And up. Exhale. And up. Against. Exhale. Exhale. Last time. And 8. Bring it back down. Shake it up. Okay. We're going to do reverse chest expansion. Okay. So we're going to turn around. We've done this on the reformer before, where you're kneeling, facing the back of the reformer with your knees up against the shoulder rest. Let me just go over the choreography real quick. You're going to inhale, press your arms as far back as you can. Exhale, come right back to the hips. Hold your thumbs right next to your pockets as you look to the right, to the center, to the left, to the center. Take an inhale to hold. Then you're going to exhale, release forward. Grab your straps, face your door. You don't want a lot of tension on this because you certainly don't want the door to unhinge and come back and slap you in the face. Okay, so inhale, arms low, press your arms down all the way back. Exhale, right to the hips. Hold it here, inhale, look to the right, to the center, to the left, to the center. Inhale, hold, release forward. And again, inhale, press back. Exhale, thumbs to the pockets. Hold it here, look to the left first, center, right, center. Inhale, hold, exhale, release forward. Choke up on the strap if you need to. Inhale, press it all the way back. Exhale, go right to the pockets. Go to the right, to the center, to the left, to the center. Inhale, hold. Exhale, forward. Last time, go all the way to the back. Exhale to the pockets, to the left, center, right, center. Inhale, hold, release forward. Now we're going to add a little pulse. Ready? Inhale, press it all the way back, right to the pockets, and hold 3 pulses back. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, hold, release forward. Keep your tummy tight so you're not shaking the body. Inhale, press it back, and 1, 2, 3. Inhale, hold, release forward. 2 more. Inhale, press it back. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, hold, release forward. And last time. Inhale, press it back. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, hold, release forward. Come on down. Let's take your light strap or your loop. You're going to stand out, ankles, knees, and hips in line with each other. I totally lied about that. Open up your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, okay? Arms are going to come out here in front of you. You're going to exhale, rotate 1, back to the center. Exhale out 2. Now the reason that you take the one with the loop is because that's the one that's got the knot in it, okay? Otherwise, if you pulled on the other one, it would come flying right out from the door jam because there's no loop. There's no knot. And 7. And 8, 2 more, 9, last time, and 10. Now, let's make this interesting. Ankles, knees, and hips in line now, okay? Take the foot farthest away from the door, stick it out in front of you. You're gonna bend both knees. Now, if you really wanna challenge things, lift that front leg up and hold it this way, okay? And you're gonna hold it. If you don't want to use both straps, just drop one down. And I actually highly suggest that because this can get intense on one leg, okay? So hold it here, square off your hips, get into your nice neutral position and rotate 1. Release down. And 2. And down. Again, 3. Now if you want to do the one leg, but you don't want to keep it lifted in the air, you can tap it to the floor, absolutely. If you're doing it in shoes, or if you have a cast on, that's going to get real heavy. Just go ahead and keep it on the floor. 2 more. And we're going to go to the other side. We're going to start with our feet hip distance apart. Don't lock out your knees, okay? Keep it nice and keep your knees nice and loose, okay? And you're going to stand behind the band, arms out, and rotate 1, and relax. Again, 2, and relax. Again, 3, and relax. And relax. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Go ahead and come on down. Ankles, knees, and hips in line. Foot's going to come out. Again, just grab the top part of that loop. Let the other part dangle. All right. You can lift the foot. If that's too much, tap it to the floor. If that's still too much, just go into your staggered stance. Okay? And rotate. 1, and down. And 2. And down. Twist away from the door. And 5. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you gotta lift the other leg. Okay, make sure you get the outside leg. Come on down. Now, let's do something fun. I've never shown you this. I'm going to show it to you now. You're going to put this right around your hips, okay? You're going to take a ankles, knees, and hips, start off in line, and then you're going to go just slightly wider, okay? We're going to practice the hip hinge. Now you're going to walk forward, okay, until you have some tension on this band. Now what we're going to do is you're going to just do a squat. But the tension of this band is going to pull your hips backwards. Allow the band, the tension of the band, to direct the hips. Okay, don't try to fight it. So you're going to bend, and this band's going to pull me straight back. Squat, come up, engage the glutes and hamstring, push, and push the pubic bone forward so you come back up into neutral. If you want more tension, take a bigger step forward. If you want less tension, come back. I'm going to need a little bit more. Okay? We're going to do 10. Ready? Hinge back, reach. Dig those heels in, squeeze the tush, push the pubic bone forward. And 2. Exhale, press up here. And 3. This is a good way to practice hip hinge, which is extremely important for people with back or hip issues. And 6. It's also modified reformer work. Second position. And 10. Come on down. Okay, now you're going to take a staggered stance. Ankles, knees, and hips in line, one foot in front of the other. Now what's going to happen is you're going to lift that back heel. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, most of your weight's going to be on the front leg. Same thing, allow the band to direct your hips back for hip hinge. Try not to sink into that hip either. Exhale, reach forward, 1, and up. Reach forward, 2, really stick that tush out. And 3, when you come up, make sure your hips are squared. And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. People always get excited when I get to that by my tone. 9, and 10. Come on down. Switch. Okay, other foot. Ankles, knees, and hips in line. Back heel lifted. Hinge backwards. 1, and up. And 2, and up. And 3, and up. And 4, and up. And 5, and 6, 7. Push the pelvis forward. Push it forward. Finish it out. Finish the movement. And 10. Come on. Nice. Go ahead and shake it out. Okay. You can come down to the side here. Okay. So, you're simply going to step out to the side, rotate back to the center, bring it back in. Side, rotate, here, zip it back up and in. Side, rotate, here, in, side, rotate, here, and in. Try not to arch your back, okay? Keep it nice and rotated inward. I have no idea what that means. Keep it tucked and neutral. Let's go to the other side. In other words, don't walk around like this. Keep it nice and tucked in. Okay, you're stepping directly out to the side. Side, rotate, unrotate, step. The coming back is the hard part. You want to control it. Again, isometric obliques. 1, and out, and here. Zip it up. 1. Zip it up and out. Rotate, and here. Zip it up, and step, and rotate, and here. Zip it up. Keep your neutral. This is hard to keep your neutral in this position. You really want to revert to those movement patterns that you're used to. And come on up. Nice. All right. Go ahead and come on off of here. Okay. We all know how to do side leg lifts, but in order to do that, you need to move this down. If you have a really long loop, you might not have to, okay? I kind of actually have a short loop, so I really kind of need to. So I'm going to just move it down a little bit, okay? So you're going to lie down with your head right underneath this connection point, and you're going to lie down sideways facing the side, okay? Your foot's going to go up here, and we're going to get into this position, okay? So, I'm not going to do this one with you because I'd have to reset the camera and everything, but I will talk you through it, okay? I will do it standing. If you want to do this standing, take the loop and put it all the way down to the floor, and then you can do it standing, okay? So, giving you a second to adjust, to lower your strap down. You probably want it down mid-thigh. How does that sound? Okay? So we're going to lie down on our side. I don't care which side you do first. You're going to do both anyway. Okay? Put your foot in the loop. Line your ankles up with your ears. And you're going to lift the leg up for 1. Exhale, bring it down. And 2. And down. If you want to add in the calf, you know how to do that. Go for it. Otherwise, just lower and lift. And a 5. And down. 6 and down. 7 and down. 8 and down. 9 and down. And hold it up there. Tiny pulses. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep it in the mid connection and circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep constant tension on that band. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pull your knee to your chest. 1, and down. And a 2. Line your ankles up with your ears. And 3. Knee goes under the band. So if you're lying sideways, I call this stomp the bug. 8. And 9. And 10. Okay, let's try some rondejam. Bend your knee to the chest, kick it out forward, lift it up to the ceiling, rotate it to the back diagonal and hold. Bring your leg back down. One more time, bend your knee to the chest, straighten it out in front of you, lift it up to the ceiling, rotate to the back diagonal, reach to that back corner and bring it back down. Go ahead, let's go to the other side. Giving you a moment to set up, ankles, knees, and hips in line, head remains closest to the door, okay? Find that mouse house and lift that top leg 10 times. 1 and down, 2 and down, 3 and down, 4 and down, again, and 5 and down, 6 and down, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Leave it up there. Tiny pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping tension on it. Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reverse. And 1. Don't wiggle your tummy. Keep it all nice and tight. 6, 7, and 8. Knee to chest. 1 and down. And 2 and down. And 3 and down. 4. Again, we're side lying. I don't have enough room to do that here. 6 and 7 and 8. Rondejam. Bend your knee to the chest. Kick it forward. Lift it up to the ceiling. Rotate to the back and hold. Back diagonal. Leg comes down. Bend the knee to the chest. Kick it forward. Lift it up to the ceiling. Rotate to the back diagonal and come on down. Excellent. Let's go ahead and come back up to standing. Okay. We're going to come back to our straps here, okay? We're going to do something called butterfly. It's a nice stretch, okay? So your heels are going to be up against the wall, the door. Arms are going to be out to the side, okay? And you're going to be able to see them in your peripheral vision. They are not up against the wall. They are in front of you. You're going to take the body as a whole, and your pivot point is your ankles. So you're going to hinge forward at the ankle, hinge at the ankle. Holding it here. Now we're not gonna lean over to one side. Pick a spot on the wall and you're gonna stare at it. And you're gonna keep your midline of your body right in line with that spot. And you're simply going to lift one rib to the ceiling, which causes the other rib to go down. So see, my arms are straight and together. We don't have one that's higher than the other. Come back to the center. Keep leaning forward and reach. 2, 3, back to the center. So if you notice, I'm not leaning to one side. I'm not falling off my center. I'm just leaning away from it. I had a client once who called this teapot. And lean. This is be a nice stretch. And lean. And up. And lean. And up. One more time. And up. Come on down. Okay? Take one step forward. Arms are going to come down. And we're going to bend the arms in 1. And down. And 2. And down. And 3. And down. A little bit of biceps. Some of you might not feel this because you're super strong, right? And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Okay? We're going to turn around, face the other way. Your foot's going to go up against the door. Elbows are going to come back. Put that knee right up against the door and punch back. 1. Triceps. 2. 3. Back and down. 4. Elbows stay lifted to the ceiling. 5. 6. Keep that tummy tight. You are neutral. Last time. Nice. Come on down. Okay. Last exercise we're going to do is we're going to do side bends. Okay? You're going to take your loop. Okay? You're going to hold it with one hand. Your knees are going to be slightly wider. The wider they are, the easier this is going to be to balance. Okay? If you really want to challenge your balance, get your knees close together. So you're going to broaden the base by keeping your knees apart, making it easier to balance, or you're going to narrow the base by bringing your legs together, which could make this relatively hard. Arms, your fingers are going to interlace. You're going to be up over your head. You're going to get to your nice neutral. You're going to exhale, go over 1, and come back to center. And exhale for 2, and up. Exhale back for 3, and up. Again, and for 4, and up. And 5, back to the center. 6, back to the center. And 7. Exhale 8. Exhale 9. Last time. And 10. Come on up. Let's change sides. Trying to keep the same distance with your knees as you've done on the other side. Okay, so whatever you did on the last side, let's try to replicate that here. Ready? Exhale over 1. And up. Again. And 2. It's real easy to twist on this. Try not to do that, okay? And looking straight ahead. And 5. Now here's the tough part. Don't squeeze your tush. Squeeze your tummy. 8. 2 more for 10. 9. Last time. And 10. Excellent. Come on down. All right. Round out. Put both hands on the floor. Round out the back. Go back. Sit on your heels. Walk your hands over to the right. And walk it over to the left. Rise on up. I hope you enjoyed CV19 Cadillac. See you next time.